Perposed. God has rooted deeply within me, his anomaly detecting my initiative through a resolve that corrects the fullness within all evidence, making visuals of clarity aligned, opening doors providing me with the need of my obedience to strive upon the way forward, vowing his heart that conforms me to multiply in resistance. Yes, a decision ruling in my favor astoundingly within his sustenance, reframing my determination fruitfully with the redemption made blessed. He's arming my testimony throughout the fire inside an impression made to refine me beyond circumstances, sealed with his blood as a covenant finished inside me with his spirit, by an elegance of importance providing the stepping stones with unleavening bread, dense with the prelude, fashioned in grace, feeding my hunger, restoring my testimony, beknowns to prior greater familiarity. His critique provocation flares with instruction, indwelling inside me, giving me a verdict in repetition throughout his fierce totality, unraveling me above the fray of doubt within the present moments perceived, toppling over the means of opposition with his divine alteration within the fabric of my personification. In the still spaces between sorrow and hope, admiration confides, his gentle whisper, his intangible presence, watching, waiting, and loving, holding me dear, closer than my very dreams unfolding in my life, while his performance is instructing me apart from all of the distraction that tries to claim my boon of miracles within Christ, as Christ pleads on my behalf mightily. A shift in the multitude of abundance flooding with an ensued indication, a plenitude made ample by his woven integration, mustering up a phenomenal encounter with unusual poise, slender with resilience. His breathtaking mark brands me, freeing me unto the astonishing supernatural impartations driven by the bestowal of his anointing imprint, clearing a path and giving me a firm particularity with truth in light, with a concrete attest affirming my defense, dissolving every quiet deception trying to steal my rise. His consent alone hues my heart with optimal expectation, vindicating me peace that promptly consoles me with tranquility, resting my case inside of restoration. I stand steady with his presentation unfolding in the silent reverie where clamor is withstanded. Every cry, every hidden tear I long for him to answer, stirring me within the unease to settle the score, avenging for me for the advantage, trusting what he has nurtured within me to accomplish the impossible. He has placed his hand upon me, choosing me to be granted as his good pleasures deeds me chosen. Every sunrise spares me to spurn forward with the impossibility, igniting a flame of eternal entrustment with intentions of his divine recompense, accessing a domino effect within trivial inquiry withdrawn, and all to specific insight of destiny's predestined alteration. All while executing tastefully the obligation implied, knowing the events of his remarkable conclusion is taken up by a supernatural spark in the mundane possession, shielding me inside his justice with preoccupation, aligning me within the higher conscious of my very essence. He wakes me up in the quiet strength, fortifying my transforms of relief within a revelation, anchoring me with insight of restitution, filling me with a full purpose. Jehovah withers away not the outcome, but brings all unto fruition, as he shines his precipice of faith to take a terrific leap of glory inside the orthodox of exaltation, presenting me on my knees, crippled and buckling from underneath of me as his dimensions weighs down the appointed hour with factors all too splendid for me to fully understand. His hand is recognized in the midst with what's unfolding, an inevitable validation, as his immense assignment consoles my life, surrendering me as he safeguards me with his radiance. My choice to listen, to heal, and release the burdens off from my shoulders as I throw them at his feet. Now my journey is ascending into the heights and in his era, his benefactor of blessings unseen gathering within the sanctuary of his heavenly realms. Compliments with unending intention promotes me into the completion of who I am within inside of him, so adequately I depend on him as he reveals unseen matters inside the constitute of his law. He is determined to settle the score and finalizes any remaining issues as he summons me up to the power within me, unmatched as his dominant intersection reinforces collateral. When I am weary, I look back on this moment and I see that he breaks through human limitations, manifesting a great outcome that cannot be shaken. I need not the approval of others because he abides me with inside all of his reassurances, reflecting within me the very dawn of his love. I am justified by the variables of his spiritual residuals giving testimony for me written in his light, within my vicinity that speaks growth entitling me to answers of how he established the currency of phenomenal impracticality, the unbelievable, radical, and unwavering, making the walls of my fragility fall. He healed the pain that pierced deep into my spirit and helped me draw close his loyalty, tenderizing my heart as a vessel that he can pour out into with his love internally by the completion of his heart for me, and I am made brave. Darkness is made frail and opposition has fled. They tried to silence me, but the impact of Christ within me has overthrew the grave. I am fully awake, awakened unto the heart of the Father. He has encompassed me prepared, and in the silence I am sure of his status and decree. Through the ache confirming me with inner knowing beyond explanation, seeing that his introspection preserves me, perceiving his assessment sufficient for my life ultimately eternal, so I let my guard down. He taught me to choose humility over pride, amplifying my testimony sufficient he is triumphant in my life's endeavors. Now, as a beacon of light clothed in favor, the true me prevails as a testimony unto living waters as I walk as a reflection of his light. The truth of who I am, standarded by peace with no haste, recovers me. He covers me under his wings with a terminal of belief, making a butterfly effect simulated and true. Now his fortune of promises, precious and verified by an applause across the whole heavens, dignifying me inside of his grace, who saved a wretch like me, so to him I bow submissively.